Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Jehovah, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahai, not Allah, not Abba, not Yahuwah, it's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shah, not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekak, Warash. Double honors to the apostles and the bishop and elders of Great Millstone, who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. In the sense of salutation, taught I can pushing this truth and believing this truth to the full ends of the earth, the entire world, shed light to the whole elect. Shalom to the wealth who are listening learning. You your sisters who are listening learning. Coming at you another lesson in truth, faith, and edification. Another daily edification, Lord, will be edifying. So I titled this lesson, The Lord is breaking the heads of the rulers. Now, allegedly, because these niggas could be hiding in a bunker somewhere. They could be in a damn bunker somewhere. But allegedly, here's the new news. This is Henry Kissinger, dead at 100. So let me play this. And this is allegedly. Let's play this.
Controversial and provocative
news. American diplomat Henry Kissinger has died at the age of 100. Kissinger began his life in public service in 1969 as President Richard Nixon's national security advisor. He later served as Nixon's Secretary of State and kept that role under President Gerald Ford.
He played a pivotal role in the Vietnam War, the opening of China. He served as an advisor under President George W. Bush. Figures, not everybody loved him, but they certainly knew about him. He's the recipient.
So I want to show. Let's go to these. I'm going to come back. Henry Kissinger is one of them. So you got this guy here. Bear with me for a moment.
Died. He was 1 years old, fully in his sleep this morning at his home in Westchester County, son of Standard Oil contributions to New York City arts.
So you see, this is David Rockefeller, right? And he was one of the founding members of the Club of Rome, the Treaty of Rome. Him and two other guys. So let me show you this. He died at, was it 2020? I think it was. So let me get this. Then you got this guy here. Evelyn D. Rothschild. This guy here. He died November 7th, 2022, London. United Kingdom. Okay, so these is three. Henry Kissinger, not so much, but he was there. He was up there. And to make the point, let me pull this up. To show you the importance of Henry Kissinger, let me pull this up. To show you the importance, how higher up he was. Just like there's a there's a there's an image with these guys on it. You got and we got the picture. It's called The Wicked, right? The Wicked. And they got these different guys on it. And one of the guys on there is Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, David Rothschild, which is David Rothschild is Caesar Borgia and reincarnation. I want to pull this up though. So bear with me while I pull this up. See if I can get this. I just want to show you the importance of these guys, man. And the Lord is taking them away. Bear with me here. Sometime, if it's not typed in right, they won't give it to me. All right, so here we. Now to show you the importance of these guys. David Rockefeller, I'm talking about, and Henry Kissinger. And what is it? Let me pull this up too. Let me pull this up. Just want to show you this. I'm gonna get a few precepts. The Lord is taking these guys out one by one, man. But at the end, they just puppets. They just puppets, man. Show you in this, the glorious elite, right? See, this Dave Rockefeller right here with this long ass pointed nose. But let me get this. Because he was one of him and two other guys started the Club of Rome, the Treaty of Rome. Let me pull this up. Bear with me. So it says, this is the Club of Rome, right? The Club of Rome was founded in April 1968 by Aurelio Pasio, an Italian industrialist, and Alexander King, a Scottish scientist, and David Rockefeller. Okay, and David Rockefeller. This is who created the Club of Rome, because America, Babylon the Great, is a revived Roman Empire. Now, show you right here, this Dave Rockefeller. Now, in this, let me show you something. It's a corporate, academic, political, and organized religion. In general, academic then provides studies and white papers that justify corporate goals, political sales, academics, arguments to the public, and if necessary, changes laws to accommodate and facilitate corporate in getting what it wants. Organized religion, along with church and state, secures corporate, academic, and political rule in a global order. Trendy of globalist elites, City of London. And we bring this out all the time in Revelation 16 to 13, when they say the three unclean spirits came out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Here's the three unclean spirits. Trinity of globalist control. City of London, corporate, financial power, established 1067. District of Columbia, military power, established 1871. Vatican City, religious power, sovereign in 1929. All three are separate states. All three, Revelations 16 and 13. These are the three unclean spirits. All three are separate states, completely independent of their respective countries. Listen, key players of the one world order. Look, Lord Jacob D. Rothschild, his son Nathan, Baron David D. Rothschild, Benjamin D. Rothschild, David Rockefeller, Henry Kissinger, George Soros, who funded Black Lives Matter, Lord Blankfein, and who? Klaus Schwab, the fourth industrial revolution. Klaus Schwab. See these names? Henry Kissinger, David Rockefeller, George Soros, Klaus Schwab. They up to that, man. So here it is. And here's the list of the ruling families. You know, I bring this out all the time. Ruling families, Rothschilds. You see what I say right here? It's a Bauer. Bauer mean peasant. Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Oppenheimers, Goldsmiths. All the names is in here, man. Okay? All the names in here. Guinness, DuPonts. They all in here, man. They all in here. So, Dave Rockefeller, Henry Kissinger. And what the Lord do? Allegedly, far as we know, they back in the spiritual realm. So I'm gonna get a few precepts on this. Let me pull this up. Pull this blue letter up. Because the Lord said that in time that he was gonna that it's plenty of scriptures. You got Psalms 68, Psalms 58 about the righteous sitting the fall of their enemies, man. Now in Genesis, this is Genesis 3 and 15. So lock it. In Genesis 3 and 15, it reads this. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, the woman being Israelites. And it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Right? And as Elder Yashwamba mentions, them bruising our heel, our Achilles attendant, but we shall bruise their head. Right? And you go to Revelation. This is Revelation 13. Let me get this. In Revelation 13, let's start at 1. And I stood upon the sun of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. And then this beast is the Edomites, the 7 heads and 10 horns. This is the Edomite system. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, which is the beginning rulership of the so-called white man with the Greeks. And his feet were as the feet of a bear, meaning this is the end of them, right? Now, I did a lesson this a while ago. When you go into this bear, it's today, modern day, the Russians, the Russian Edomites is occupying the land of the Medes. So this would be the feet of them. But who was the bear in Daniel 7? It was the Medes and the Persians, which shows you the Lord over and over and over and over. It's the same thing happen over again, man. Because in Daniel 7, it said the bear that had 3 ribs in his mouth, that was the Medo and Persian Empire. Well, the Russians is occupying the land of the Medes, and the Persians are Irania. So who's going to destroy North America? Or let's say, who's going to destroy Babylon again, the second time, which is Babylon the Great? It's going to be the Medes and the Persians. This time, the Lord has given this bear allies. Now it's more nations to come and destroy Babylon the Great. And the first Babylon was destroyed by the Medes and the Persians, right? Now the Lord has given them more allies. This same bear right here. And I saw, which like and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, which is the beginning rulership of the so-called white man with the Greeks, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, which is today the Russians. But it goes back to Daniel 7, the Medes and the Persians, which is still the Russians and the Iranians today. In his mouth as the mouth of a lion, his draconian, his draconian measures. It said, and the dragon gave him his power. Who? The Roman Empire gave America their power and his seat. And to tell you this in First Maccabees 8 and 15 about the seat of the Roman Empire with the president and the Senate and the Congress and great authority. And I saw one of his heads. Here's the point I want to make. As it were wounded to death. What it say in Genesis 3 and 15? They shall bruise our head, but they shall bruise our heel, right? But we shall bruise their head. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world went out of the beast. So how did they get this wound? How did the Roman Empire get this wound? It came from the Byzantine Empire. Judah rose up through what it was the Western Roman Empire being destroyed by the Eastern Roman Empire. Eastern Roman Empire was Judah. I'm sure it was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the southern kingdom. And they got this wound in the Byzantine Empire, right? And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death. And his deadly wound was healed because after 1,000 years of Negroes, Negro, Jamaicans, and Haitians ruling, that was Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Esau came out of the caves, which is in Revelations 20. Now, I'm dealing with the wound, right? Their wound was healed. Now their heads are about to be permanently wounded. Let's get this. This is Psalms. 110 and 6. It reads, He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with the dead bodies, which is in Jeremiah 25 and 33. He shall wound the heads. He shall wound the heads over many countries. Hold on. Who's going to wound these heads? Let's go back to Genesis. Genesis 3 and 15. I'll put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head. This is the Lord telling the serpent. It shall bruise thy head. Who? The woman. And thou shalt bruise his heel. See, they got us as, and again, as Elder Yashua made the point, Esau wounded us. He wounded our Achilles tendon. So we have been wounded for a while. We have been wounded for a while. But through Yahweh Shema Shah, the elect is being raised up, man. Right? Now, the scripture talks about them being the first. Let's get this. They're the first of the nations, right? Oh, before I pass on this point, it says, It shall bruise thy head. This is Israel bruising their head, and thou shalt bruise his heel, right? So we bruised them. Now, this precept to this verse right here, if you got a study Bible, the white man called it a study Bible. But in Isaiah 28, verse 10 and 11, talk about precept must be upon precept. So let's get the precept to this. Because it said, they shall bruise our heel, and we're going to bruise their head, right? Romans 16 and 20. This is the precept to this verse if you have a precept Bible. Genesis 3 and 15 will send you right to Romans 16 and 20. Let's read it. And the God of peace, who is the God of peace? Yahweh Shah, stated in Isaiah 9 and Isaiah 11. And the God of peace shall bruise Satan under your feet shortly. The grace of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach be with you. And we watching this happen. Now, what does it say in Numbers? This is Numbers 24 and 20. And I'm at the plantation today, like, and you can eat, and it's not hard to just do lessons, man. If the Lord's supping with you, there's always a lesson. There's always a lesson. I'm always looking at what's going on with the bricks. Then I'm like, Heavenly Father, how about Shema Shah? What you gonna give me today? Cause I ain't had nothing. I was at the plantation watching videos. And I'm like, man, what the Lord will give me today? When I get to the house, I get to the pad, and the Lord showed me this. Henry Kissinger dead at 100. Well, what happened with Dave Rockefeller? He said he was dead at 101. Evelyn Rothschild, they all died at 100, man. Anyway, Kala Yahbashim Shah. So this is Numbers 24 and 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations. And they tell you in Ezekiel, what is it? I'm not Ezekiel, Exodus. When you read Exodus 17, starting at verse 16, then you got Deuteronomy 25, starting at 17. It tell you that Esau was, when we came out of Egypt, the Amalek was the first of the nation to bother us, man. But his latter end shall be that he shall perish. See, the latter end is going to be they shall perish, man. And see, now we're at the fall of the so-called white man's rulership. People, those that control resources, are dropping dead, man. They're dropping dead. Now, Salakia. See, this is how Esau play. My screen went black for a second. So Salakia for that. I don't know what happened, but this is what they do. Let me go back to these precepts. Because they removed my whole screen. Hold on. Bear with me here. Bear with me here. All right, so Esau playing on my screen, man. These devils is hurting. And I'm through showing those clips. I'm in the blue letter, man. This is what he do. This is what they do. Let me go back to the blue letter because they just play on my screen, man. Screen just went black. Bastards, man. So going back to this blue letter. See that letter N that be, they shall perish, man. And let me get this. This is Haggai 2:22. It reads, and I will overthrow the throne of kingdoms, and I will destroy the strength of the kingdoms of the heathen, and I will overthrow the chariots and those that ride in them, and the horses and their riders shall come down, every one by the sword of his brother. And I will overthrow the throne of kingdoms, and I will destroy the strength of the kingdoms of the heathen, and I will overthrow the chariots and those that ride in them, and the horses and their riders shall come down, every one by the sword of his brother. We are watching Yahweh Shem Shah destroy the thrones of the kingdoms of the heathen. Amos 9:1. Now what the hell? Hold on. Hold on. Shalom to all the Akim I walk tuning in. Yahweh Shem Shah Barakathon. These guys trip, man. Bear with me. Because now on the screen, it ain't even showing my StreamYard. My StreamYard block, man. Hold on. I gotta go back and enter into my studio, man. Bear with me here. Well, these bastards is something else. Well, these niggas is a trip. What the hell is going on? They hurt, man. The Edomites is hurt, man. I ain't had no problem with my internet, man. Here they come with this madness. It's all good though. It's supposed to be this way. Salak you for that, man. Esau playing with my. All right, so what is this? What is this, man? What the hell? They got me on double. Hold on. Bear with me, man. Wow. Bro, these niggas. This is Amos 9 and 1. I saw Yahweh standing upon the altar. Hold on. What the hell is that? What the fuck, man? All right, Amos 9 and 1. Can y'all hear me good? Salaki, man. He saw playing with my damn computer, man. It gave me a double screen, so every time I said something, it was echoing to me. Man, these some demon ass niggas, man. They had me with a double screen, and everything that I said, I can hear it echo. All right, so let's go back to Amos 9. They had to click out all of that. Salaki, man. Amos 9. I ain't do none of that. I'm gonna make sure I'm being careful. Esau did that, man, for whatever reason. And it's like it pisses you off to get you frustrated and aggravated so you could just stop. So this is Amos 9 and 1. I saw Yahweh standing upon the altar. He said, smite the lintel of the door that the post may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay and cut them in the head. He's cutting the Edomites in the head, man. Their rulership. See, here we go again. Messing with my damn computer, man. These demons, man. But they ain't gonna aggravate me tonight. I saw again, Amos 9:1. It said God's judgment unavoidable. I saw Yahweh standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door that the post may shake. And this is talking about their rulership, their kingdom, their house. And cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. Who? What did he say in Numbers 24 and 20? Amalek was the first of the nations, but their latter end shall be that they shall perish. See? Their latter end shall be that they shall perish. And I will slay the last of them with the sword. Oh, and in the article, and see, show you how these demons is messing my computer. They took down the article I had of the Globalist Elite. They took down the article that I had up of David Rockefeller, Evelyn D. Rothschild, and Henry Kissinger. They took them down. And in the article of David Rockefeller, it said he was the last of his generation. That's what it said in the article. I was going to read it. These bastards took it down, man. It's okay. I don't even give a damn. But it said that he was the last of his generation. And I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away. And even if David Rockefeller, Evelyn D. Rothschild, and Henry Kissinger ain't dead, he that fleeth of them shall not flee away. And he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. So even if they ain't dead, they ain't going nowhere. They can't escape. And they were saying how David Rockefeller had over 7 heart transplants, man. Over 7 heart transplants. And he still wound up dying. There's people that's waiting for a heart that ain't even had 1 heart yet, man. And this nigga get 7. It said, though they dig into hell, thence will I make. So like, though they dig into hell, thence my hand shall take them, which is in their bunkers. Though they climb up to heaven, which is the space station, thence will I bring them down. And even they floating somewhere around, they got their rockets and whatever, so they could just hover up in the atmosphere, man. The Lord gonna take you down, man. And though they hide themselves in the top of a Carmel, which is in these mountains, they call it the Ark. 2 of every animal, 30 million seed bank. I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent the Leviathans, and they shall bite them. See, there is no hiding. This is Jeremiah. These niggas took my articles down, man. Oh man, this is beautiful, man. They don't want nobody talking about them bastards. And there's a saying, you know who's in control of you when you find out who you can't talk about. This is Jeremiah 23:19, and reads, behold, a whirlwind of Yahweh is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously well upon the head of the wicked. Huh? Yeah. Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. And the anger of Yahweh shall not return until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days, ye shall consider it perfectly. And we are considering Yahweh Shema Shai is doing this, man. This is Habakkuk 3 and 12. It reads, Thou didst, it says, Thou did march through the land in indignation, thou didst stretch the heathen in anger, future prophecy. Thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people, even for salvation with thine anointed. Thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked by discovering the foundation unto the neck. Thou didst strike through with the staves the head of his villages. They came out as a whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing was as to devour the poor secretly. So as they tell you when I was in Psalms 64 that they shoot at the perfect in secret. Well, the Lord said he has wounded them. It said the Lord shoot at them with the arrow, and suddenly shall they be wounded. See, as I make that point all the time, and I was in Psalm 68, man, Psalm 64. Thou wentest forth for the salvation, Habakkuk 3 and 13, of thy people, even for salvation with thine anointed, thy woundest the head out of the house of the wicked. See, this is what we are watching the Lord do, man. Thou didst strike through with the staves the head of his villages. Who is the head of the villages? It's the rulers, it's the elites, man. We are watching this happen in real time. Psalms, we're watching it happen in real time. Psalm 68 and 21. And it reads, But God shall wound the head of his and the hairy scalp of such as one as go on still in his trespasses. And power shall wound the head of his enemies. What we watching the Lord do? Wound the head of the enemies? Let's get this in Sirach 36 and 10. We watching them fall, man. And just like Elder Water always do lessons in the news. We watching these, hey, man, the Lord is judging the elites too, man. Don't think they ain't getting judgment. They getting judgments too, man. You just don't hear about their households and the calamities that the Lord do to them because they in secret. Ecclesiastes 36 and 10. It reads, Smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say there is none other but we. And what the Lord is doing, he's smiting the head of the rulers, man. Yep. What did they do to us? In Matthew 11, let's get it. This is Matthew 11. I read it from the phone. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, Matthew 11 and 12, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. See? So what the Lord is doing, he's smiting the head of the rulers. Because what do? They smitten the head of the rulers of Israel, man. They did the same thing, man. And this is why I tell you in Revelations 12 and 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. It said the same thing in Revelation 3 and 15. What did the Lord say? Let's read it again, man. Let's read this again. In Genesis 3 and 15, what did the Lord say the serpent was going to do? And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. So we watching these Edomites, heads being wounded, man. While they wounded our Achilles tendon, our heel for a time, the Lord, and then Elder Yashua would make the point. He'll make that point. Some Jakes that play sports, when they wound their Achilles tendon, they don't come back from that, man. Like they career, they sports career be over. Guess what? The remnant of Israel career is beginning, has been reactivated, man. And Esau's rulership is falling, man. It tell you in Hosea 12, man. Let me get this. Hosea 12:3. It reads, he took his brother by the heel in the womb, and by his strength he had power with God. See it? He took his brother by the heel in the womb. Who did? Jacob. And by his strength he had power with God, man. See? These niggas is wounded. So Revelations 12. They pissed off, man. So what they going to do, the scripture say in Isaiah 59? They're going to come down with great wrath, man. 2nd Ezra 16:68. It said, a fire is kindled over you, and they shall take certain of you being idle with things offered to idols, which is 2/3 of J that's going to take the mark of the beast, which is them 2/3 slow-bellied niggas. They got the 501c3 tax exempt. It's saying the dragon was wrought with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. Not all Israel, because 2/3, the elites already got them. They already sold out. They already in Hollywood. They already got bent over. Yeah. They done already got bent over, man. They done gave that box up. I'm talking about Will Smith, Jay-Z. I'm talking about Dame Dash, Lil Wayne, Dr. Dre, P. Diddy. The niggas gave up the box. Yeah, I said that they gave up the box. They already got them. Lil Durks and D Babies and all these niggas, Futures and all these niggas. Them niggas have gave up the box, man. The elites don't care about them. The elites want them that stand in great boldness, telling they slow-bellied asses that they going into captivity. That's what they want. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. Why? Which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. They don't care about 2/3 that's walking around here smoking chemical marijuana, committing adultery, killing each other with. Everybody got a tone now. Everybody walking around with a tone. What they call them? You got the tone, you got the blicky. Everybody walking around with scraps now. What's the guy say? Keep a tone on me in case the buzzers try to get me. Listen, man. Esau don't want none of them, man. They already got. The niggas are smoking weed, popping pills, sipping lean, Xanny bars, Percocets, bugged out. They want them that standing in great boldness, they had a testimony of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. That's what Esau want. Because this is a perpetual hatred. When you read in Amos 1:11, and when you read Ezekiel 35, when you're reading Obadiah 1, verse 10 down to 15, they say they kept their wrath forever, man. Why? Because it's from the garden. The same spirit that Cain had about Abel, man. It's the same spirit that Esau had about Jacob. This is a perpetual hatred. Why? Because the Lord hid his face from Cain, man. That's why I tell you in Hebrews 12 that though Esau saw it carefully with tears, though the so-called white man saw it carefully with tears, yet he found no place of repentance with the Lord. So what are he going to do? What is he supposed to do? He's supposed to have a perpetual hatred with you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, man, until he be taken out of the way. That's their lie, man. Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms. Yeah, this him, man. The nigga been harassing us since the garden, man. Since we came out of Egypt, this nigga been harassing us, man. Why? Because he don't have nothing. He don't have a promising future. Prophetic in the scriptures, man. Esau is prophesied prominently that what? Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. Bear with me. When you go to the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary, and I could have put it up on Google. Let's go to Edom, right? Let's read about Edom. So this is Edom. In the Compact Bible Dictionary, it reads, Edom. It say the nation and its people who were the descendants of Esau. He founded the country, so his name is equated with Edom. They got Genesis 25 through 30, Genesis 36, 1 and 8. The country was also called Seir, or Mount Seir, which was the name of the territory in which the Edomites lived. Right? It says, bear with me here. It say, the kingdom of Edom was founded during 13th century BC, according to archaeologists' evidence. In the process of about 4 centuries, the government of Edom changed from one under tribal chief to a monarch. Saul fought against the Edomites. So it say, Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments, which is in Obadiah 1. It reads, she is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from God. Period. And that's Hebrews 12, 16 and 17, man. Though he saw the captive with tears. And when did Esau cry? When did he saw the captive with tears? In Genesis 27. Go read it. In Genesis 27, it said Esau wept, man. So, just want to make these points. The Lord is wounding the head of the enemies, man. And we are watching it play out in real time. Call Allah Yahweh Shema Shah. All praise and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rekah Korash. The abundant as a great millstone who will, who teach well. Who are the apostles and as of all Israel, ready accepted and not. In the sense of salutation to all the arguing, pushing this truth and believing this truth, or fullness of elect. Shalom to the Agua, Lord, listen, learning, you few sisters, well, listen, learning. Love tuning in. May you have about Shema Shah continue blessing your houses. May the blessing of election be upon your house. That next time I say Shalom. Wow, hey, throughout for tuning in. Throughout for your precepts. Shalom. The Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, is breaking the heads of the rulers.